Hi guys! Welcome back to Broken Sword on the Retro Night Shift. So, I hope everyone is going well. Just checking out if everything's running correctly. And seems that way. Hello Hound, hello another viewer, hello Paulina, hello Violet TV. Thank you very much for being here. Big heart. I hope that you guys are doing well. I'm so happy to be there, seriously. Oh, today was the worst. There was so many bad clients today. Like, I guess it's because of how people were bunked up for so long because of COVID. But they were just so mean. Like, just the loot some of them had in the ice. Like, I was out taking the ice from a dispenser to offer it to a client who bought some. And when I came back to go into the store, I said hello, goodbye to one of the lady that came out, and guess what? She just looked at me with those eyes and went away, walking just past me with like that. I was like, what's wrong? What did I do? And she just went away without saying anything else, and just giving me the death stare. Anyway, there was other thing that happened, but oh, can't wait to be done with this job. I hate it so much. So many bad people. I can't believe it. Like, why are people so mean? I don't get it. Well. Anyway, we are here to have fun, so let's get back to it. Last time we did it again. Okay, there we go. I press continue, but it keeps putting me back with George, like a save before the actual save. So, last time we went in Harland with George and found some... Ictago is upset, I don't know why, she's got everything she needs. So she's just acting up like always, oh baby. So yeah, we went into Harland, opened up a strange room with a tapestry in it. And now we're back with Nicole. So let's see if we can call anybody. What is she doing? Oh, okay. So no, don't. All right.
There wasn't anyone that I needed to call.
Okay, so we don't need to call anyone. Is there anything new about those?
It was a photograph of my father. The first one, they hadn't placed the bug on the photo.
We already got to this.
I had messages waiting to be played.
Well, let's see what those messages are.
You have 3 messages.
Hey, Collard, it's me, your favorite editor. Guess what? I'm gonna give you a second chance. I need somebody to write the TV column. Pays lousy, so what's new? If you're interested, drop by the office. In fact, drop by the office anyway. We have to talk, Nico. That story of yours I spiked. It won't go away. You've made some dangerous enemies out there.
Hey, Nico, it's your old pal. I mean, your new pal, George. Whoa, Ireland. It's a whole different country. And I got some amazing news for you. Gem of a story, in fact. Oh, gotta go. Yeah, fella here's got a drink lined up for me. See you tomorrow, Nico. Slonsha. Yep, only here for a day and I'm speaking the lingo like a local.
Mademoiselle Coulard, this is Imelda Carchon. I wanted to thank you for being so understanding when... Come to lunch, why don't you? Tomorrow. I might have more news. There's a Monsieur Merlon coming to see me this evening.
Oh.
He says he knows why Pierre was murdered.
Oh,
In
no.
fact, he'll be here shortly. I shall let you know what he says. Goodbye, dear
No.
Till tomorrow.
Merlin? Oh my God. Merlin's the killer. I'd better get over there and mourn her now.
Yeah.
Wait, I owed her nothing. But I couldn't just let her die.
Yeah. Come on, Nico. Go faster, don't walk.
I arrived to find the Palais Royal courtyard deserted. I only hoped that I'd beaten the assassin here. I had to warn Imelda before it was too late.
It's, I guess it's going to be too late. Wait. It's gonna be locked, I'm sure, and it won't answer. Looks like the window over there is opened. Yep, it's locked.
Locked? No way was I going to break through a door like that.
And
The
if we...
intercom system wasn't working. Bad
Okay.
sign. Somebody had cut the wire.
She's already dead, I'm sure. We arrived too late, guys. Hello, Kira.
Fixed tight. Presumably to stop critics stealing it. Who else would want to?
Yeah, I don't care if it's...
Fixed tight.
I want you to go
That
to the
broken window
window.
looked like the best way in. That broken window looked
Yeah,
fixed
the
tight.
use the thing. Wait. What is... Nico. What's wrong
unhooked the
with
first
you,
wire.
Nico? Oh gosh, that's gonna be a bad thing.
I released the second wire. Even with both wires removed, the statue remained upright.
Well, give it a little shove, I guess. And boom. Ah, not
If I could deconstruct this, I could deconstruct anything.
not as bad as I was expecting it to go. I thought for a second that it went down. Okay, so let's get in.
The plastic sheet was thick and strong. I'd need more than my hands to tear it.
Oh. And I don't think we have anything sharp. I-
No.
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 No. Come on.
The plastic sheet was thick.
More than my hands to... There's nothing we can actually use on us for that.
Now I'd got this far, I wasn't getting. The
Okay,
window had been.
but... There's something else we can use? I don't get it. We don't have any tools for that. What? What? Oh, really? Just like that? Alright, fine. You do you, I'll do me, and we won't do each other. As Mark will say. Okay, so... That's where Pierre was killed. Oh, wait, there's light here.
My God, I'm too late.
Oh.
Imelda. Oh no.
Nico?
Don't worry, you're going to be alright.
You know that isn't true.
It was Merlin, wasn't it?
Dressed as a cavalier. How absurd. You came to warn me, didn't you?
I must be crazy.
Let me see you, Nico.
All this time you were just using me. Which one is the real Imelda?
You are an extraordinary girl. Thierry would have been so proud of you.
You didn't know my father.
So like him. Something about the eyes. I wish we'd had time to get to know each other.
She was gone. She cheated me, lied to me, used me. But why?
Well...
Even in death, Imelda looked the same. Beautiful, inscrutable. The Ice Queen alone in her ice palace. I opened it. Inside was a tiny gold key.
Alright, let's take the key.
I took the key. I had to leave. I knew I could never return.
Yeah. So somebody's going to report it, or are we just going to leave her? Wait, a little key. The box that her father gave her. I remember that she never had the key for it.
In the dim light, I caught the reflection of
Yeah.
something metallic. A small, sinister-looking metal disc had been tucked under my father's box. It was a
Oh.
bug. Oh, chère cousine. You left me a little present. You shouldn't have.
What? What's... Okay, so that's the girl who went into our home without us knowing.
You don't scare me. Espèce de...
Nico's not happy there. Alright, so let's take the box and use the key on it.
The box was carved by my father. It never had a key. The elephant on the lid was a perfect match to Carchon's.
Yeah, and now we've got a little key.
I took out the key.
But why did she have this key inside of her
I
locket?
couldn't believe it. Imelda's key opened my father's box. I dreaded what I was going to find inside.
Oh, she was there as well.
It was a photograph of Imelda. But why here? In my father's box? I felt
Yeah.
as if a black hole had swallowed me up. Imelda and Carchon grinning. While behind them a village was being razed to the ground. Its people butchered. And there, next to them, staring out at me across the years, my own father.
The mystery thicken.
There was a letter. I feared there was even worse to come.
Let's take a look at that letter.
Hotel St. George, Algiers, Friday. My darling Thierry, by the time you read this, you'll be safely out of Africa. You need not fear. Pierre and the organization do not know who you're really working for, or about us. Did you think I would betray you? I could not. You wanted me to leave him, but I don't have your courage. I know too much of what has been going on here. They would find me and they would kill us both. Enjoy your life in Paris, Thierry. Your life of honor, of patriotic duty. Do they give medals to spies? No, they'll just give you a phony job in an embassy somewhere. I could never share that with you. Imagine me, a diplomat's wife. So I must stay here with Pierre, the two of us bound together by what we have done to this country. Au revoir, my love. You will be in my heart until I die. Imelda. Suddenly everything made sense. My father had been working undercover for the government. He was one of the good guys after all.
It's a good thing. But that also raised the question about...
He and Imelda must have fallen in love. She'd found out who he really was, so he had to leave. It had broken her heart, but she had never revealed it to anyone. I knew I couldn't either. Whatever he was doing, he'd had good reason to keep it secret. I decided I would respect that and tell nobody.
Alright, so that at least answers some questions. Let me see. So is she going to call George? Nope. I guess it's a lot to digest. Next morning. Oh.
I knew it was George. For a moment I was tempted to pretend that I was out, or ask him to go away and come back later. But then... Come in.
Hello, George.
George! George!
So, where did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's. I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains why you look so ill today. Did you get any sleep at all?
Not much. I had to share the room with another guy.
Did he snore?
Hardly. He was dead,
And you say Pigram has disappeared?
without a trace. But my visit wasn't a complete waste of time.
Pigram's gem?
The
Yep.
Templar's gem.
Oh.
Whoever Jacques Marquet is, he's in for a disappointment.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man.
That's not a good. Oh, we're back with playing as George.
No way.
Okay, so.
Look, Nico, a handful of plaster.
Yeah. Why is it that men never really grow up?
What's your problem, sister?
Your pockets stuffed with useless junk like little boys.
You never know when useless junk might come in handy.
He's right!
Do you want to look after the gem?
No, Josh. I'd be too tempted to sell it.
Okay.
Let's
But this
take
was
another
not
look
it.
at the manuscript. There's
So-
a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
So maybe we have to bring the gem to the museum and put it on the tripod?
There's a guy working on a loom. There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror. A knight with a crystal ball. The knight scroll bears through
Yeah,
my...
we already saw those.
What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a...
Okay, so... I don't think there's
Can't
anything
sit
else.
here all day, much as I'd like to.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lopinot at the Kron
Yeah,
Museum.
we have to go
and
to
why
that
don't you
museum.
see if Rosso has heard anything?
Okay. Anything else I can do for you while I'm out? Shopping, a trip to the laundromat?
Just take care of yourself.
Okay, so...
I so much wanted to talk to George about everything that had happened, but I knew I never could. My father's connection to Africa would have to remain a secret forever. His bravery would be known only to the government and to me. Revealing it would just damage his memory. People would take the story and twist it. Before
Yeah.
long, he would be the villain and Carchon would be the hero. I know how they do that. I'm a journalist.
She's kinda right. Sadly. So, let's go to the museum. Musée. Musée Krun. Hopefully the guy is there today.
Pardon
Also
me?
shocked.
Oui, monsieur? Do you know anything about the knights?
No, sir.
The sign on the tripod says...
It does?
Yeah.
You don't. No, I
Okay,
don't.
no, that's the
always,
same
he,
thing.
he taught me the alphabet.
Why don't
You do you?
We're already heard that.
Do you know anything about medieval man?
Not me, monsieur. It is.
And they
They ask me. They are
where at?
not like miss.
And...
I found this gem at a medieval site in Ireland.
That means nothing to me, monsieur.
How did you manage to get this job?
I had the right qualifications, a military manner, squeaky shoes, and an irrational hatred of children.
I had the right prerogative, that's one of them!
Can you give me any further information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. It's infamous. That tripod.
Alright, we already know that. So,
Thanks.
Nothing new. And the guy's not there. There's something... Where's the police? Paris. Cafe. Maybe there's something new at the cafe? Nope. That guy's not there. And there's nobody to call. Maybe if we talk to Moo, maybe he has something new to say.
Sergeant Moo,
Yes,
have you heard of a man called Marquet?
yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre. I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
Oh, okay.
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic. In the avenue des Hérissons.
Okay.
Why was Marquet known as the Mole of Montmartre?
Because he lived in Montmartre, I suppose.
Yeah, but why the mole?
I don't know. Maybe he ruined people's lawns.
I'd like to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur?
I'm the victim.
I see.
Outside, they stopped.
Could you just...
One look, they're...
Bon.
Yeah, we already told him that.
No.
Okay.
See you
Don't
later,
want-
Sergeant.
Okay, so at least we've got something new. Let's go to the hospital, I guess, since the archaeologist is not there. The professor, I mean. Okay, so there's a doctor.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Really? If you wish to make an appointment, see the receptionist.
Okay.
I'm looking for a guy named Jacques Marquet.
In which department does he work?
He doesn't. He's a patient.
I see. You do realize there are strict policies regarding visiting hours, don't you?
This is important. I have to talk to Marquet urgently.
We make no exceptions to the rules.
It's
Of
a matter
course.
of life and death.
The well-oiled running of this hospital is a matter of life and death. That's why we have rules.
I think I ought to warn you that Marquet is not what he seems.
Explain yourself.
He's in league with a bunch of guys who want to take over the world.
Nonsense. Besides, Marquet's employers have paid in advance for one of our most exclusive private rooms.
Could you tell me who Marquet's employers are?
Certainly not.
Well,
Look at this, Doc. It's a genuine medieval type gemstone.
Yes, so I see. Remarkable.
I have to take this gem to Marquet. He might be able to explain its significance.
My dear chap, Marquet has other things on his mind right now.
Like what?
His catheter, for one.
oh, ouch.
Thanks for your help.
Okay. And let's go talk to the receptionist,
Excuse
I
me?
guess.
Yes, sir?
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Oh, the plans. They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
That's fine. Sometimes that's what we need.
I'm here to
heal
see
up.
Jacques Marquet.
Oh, yes. Are you related to our client, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm his long-lost brother.
A brother half his age with a different name and an American accent.
Yeah, people always say that. I blame Mom. We were separated at an early age. After a mix-up in the nursery at the Oakland shopping mall.
I've never heard anything so ridiculous in all my life.
I
George,
guess
come
not.
on, you're not a good improv.
So, do I get to see Marquet before the funeral?
That attitude will get you nowhere.
Oh, come
My
on.
instructions were quite clear. No one gets to see Marquet. So unless you can prove you're a relative or a close acquaintance, you're wasting your time here.
Okay.
Has Marquet been visited by a man in a clown
He's
costume?
still holding
Oh,
on
no.
to that.
You haven't seen a man in disguise?
Well, there's Theodore the Bear. He comes every Thursday to entertain the children. Personally, I think he scares them half to death in that crummy old bear suit. If I was stuck on my back with tubes in every orifice, he's the last person I'd want to see.
Yeah.
Has
Poor kid,
Marquet
right?
had a visit from a pair of gangsters?
I should hope not. Can you describe them?
A thin guy who looks like a weasel and his friend, the gorilla.
Sounds as if they escaped from the zoo.
What does this gem suggest to you?
I advise you not to flash that around.
That's a good advice.
Have you seen this man here at the clinic?
No, sir. And I never forget a face.
Well, at least that's good.
Have you heard of the Club Alamet?
No. It sounds romantic, doesn't it?
Bit too big on the sound there.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I guess we have to sneak around. Let's do what George does best, sneaking around instead of trying to find improvs. Several minutes later. Ha! He got lost, really? Alright. So we need to
I
prove that
felt
we
a
are
little
related.
guilty as I tried the door, like I was about to rob a grave. I gripped the handle with an involuntary tremble in my hand and pulled. The door was locked.
The door was locked. So dramatic, George. And we can't go back, so it has to be something that we have to do here. Let's try our items on them, I guess.
Excuse me, sir. Does the name Thomas Merlin mean anything to you?
No, it does not.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamat?
No, sir, I have not.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, sir, I do not.
Do you recognize this red nose, sir?
No, I do not. This is a hospital, not a circus ring. We minister to the sick in body, not the sick in mind.
I mean, it's kind of important too, but you do you, I guess.
Thanks for your help.
Ugh.
Excuse me.
Okay, let's talk to the receptionist again.
Yes, sir?
Look at this ID pass.
So you're Merlin. Marquet's been asking for you.
For me?
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here. Now, let me see.
Okay.
He was on Ward B12, as I recall. Oh, he's being transferred to... Oh, dear. He's on Ward J2. That's Nurse Grendel's ward.
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade.
Oh!
Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock alarm call, 6:10 bowel movements, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result. Those patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She sounds like a real nightmare.
And then some.
Oh no.
If Nurse Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate her?
She's like part of the furniture.
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman was jealous, with a big green capital J.
Okay.
How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the corridor on the left, turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the executive coffee lounge. Bear left past the administrator's sauna. And turn left at the end. That's J2. And good luck.
Okay,
thanks for your help, ma'am.
you.
You're welcome.
Okay. I hope George
As I turned the corner, I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors. It was an industrial polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow.
Missing a couple of hair there.
Hello.
Okay.
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah? What's your secret?
Why, it's easy. All you have to do is smile and whistle this little tune.
You know what? If you start whistling, I'll bust you in the teeth.
No! George, come on!
It's a deal.
Why so mean?
Have you seen any unsavory characters lurking about in the corridors?
No, sir, I haven't. But I've got nothing to worry about. What's that, Mr. Shiny? You'd take good care of the rascals, I'll bet you would. With a friend like him, I've no fear of oppressors.
It must be a great comfort.
He is.
Okay.
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
Please, don't call him that. He's more of a friend than a machine. I've had Mr. Shiny for 3 years, and he's never let me down once.
To be working in a retail place and having a washing machine for the floor, I can assure you they fail you quite a bit.
How come
and
you
very
got
often
so
as well.
attached to a polishing machine?
I asked you not to call him that. He's got a name, you know.
Yeah, Mr. Shiny.
Mr. Shiny.
It's just that...
You think it's odd, don't you? I don't mind. The rest of the staff think I'm twisted. I heard them snorking behind my back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly pull through.
What? Okay, I won't ask any more about this. Oh, hi, Pyle. Hello, Commander Root. I think that's the two other people who joined us. Thank you very much for being here, guys. Big heart. Hope that you had a good day.
Do you know where I'd find a patient called Marquet?
No, I'm not allowed on the wards with Mr. Shiny.
Mr. Shiny.
What do you think of this, Sam?
Oh, boy. What is it?
A priceless gemstone found in a medieval castle in Ireland. Get me into Marquet's ward and it's yours.
I don't wear jewellery.
If this gem was yours, you'd be able to buy 100 Mr. Shinies.
Don't be silly. There's only one Mr. Shiny.
There's only one Mr. Shiny.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Who is it?
That's what I'm asking you. Have you seen him before?
How should I know? You haven't told me who he is.
Oh, gosh.
Take a look at the photo.
Yeah, okay.
Now, have you seen him before?
No.
Okay.
See you later.
Yeah, take care now.
Poor guy.
Hey now, you can't go in there.
How come?
I'm responsible for the contents of that cupboard.
Okay. So we might have to sneak in later then. Oh.
As I tugged the plug out of the socket, the polishing machine coughed, spluttered, and died.
Mr. Shiny, what's wrong, pal?
Alright, let's try to sneak in while we can. Bye. George! George, what you doing? Go on, George. Get in! Oh. Okay, I don't know why we will need that, but here we go. Dr. George is on the case. Is there anything you can say to him?
Hello.
Oh, hi. No whistling, right?
Right. Are you having trouble with Mr. Shiny?
Yes, I am. I don't know what's got into him today. He keeps pulling his plug.
See you later.
Yeah, take care now.
Alright, bye-bye. Okay, so I guess it allows us to go here.
Good afternoon, Doctor.
Oh, hi. Is this Ward J2?
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse.
You'll need this, Doctor.
Alright, I did something without knowing already.
She gave me a long, narrow metal box and a stunning smile. Thanks.
Could you take a look at the client in bed number 3 now? His name is Eric Sopmarsh.
Oh gosh, you're done for.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, I don't.
Alright, that's good.
Do you have a patient named Marquet on this ward?
Oui, monsieur. He is in the private room at the end of the ward. He has been placed in strict isolation.
Why is Marquet in quarantine?
If you wish to know more, you'll have to speak to Herr Hagenmeier. All I know is that Marquet's room is strictly out of bounds.
Okay.
Do you know who paid for Marquet's room?
No, of course I don't.
Preferential treatment like that must cost an arm and a leg.
That's not my concern, monsieur.
Fair enough. Do you know
Does this
about
mean anything to you?
The Club à la Moute? I've never heard of it.
Okay. So I think that's pretty much it. I don't.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
It's beautiful, but I've never seen it before.
Okay.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Should we actually look at the guy? One of them? Yeah, we actually have to speak to one of them. Right, Dr. George is on the case.
Hello, anybody home?
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Stobart, and I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Dr. Monroe said there was no cure for
Oh,
what I've
no.
got.
Your problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Are you sure you're a qualified doctor?
You better believe it.
Ah,
Have you ever heard of
George!
the Club Alamut?
I'm not really a nightclub man, Doctor.
George.
What's your impression of Nurse Grendel?
She's a very efficient young woman.
Efficient? You make her sound like a vacuum cleaner.
Oh!
No complaints.
The woman in reception described Nurse Grendel as a monster.
Well, that's simply not true. She's quite strict, but that's her job, isn't it?
Fair
You've
enough.
got to have discipline in a place like this.
Yep.
What can you tell me about Marquet?
He's the man in the private room, isn't he? That room was mine before I was tossed out like a common squatter.
Okay.
Do you know what's wrong with Marquet?
They won't even say what's wrong with me. Tell me, Doctor, what's your opinion?
It's too early to say.
But I've been here for 3 months.
Poor guy.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, Doctor. Who is it?
A cold-blooded killer.
Okay.
I'll come back later.
I don't think we can speak with any other patients. Okay.
Doctor!
Yes? I just talked to you.
What is it?
You haven't taken my blood pressure.
Oh! You're supposed to put the thing around the arm.
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Of course I am.
No, you're not. Dr. Monroe never did it like that.
I can't take a satisfactory reading while you're excited like this. I'll come back later.
George, you are hopeless.
Oh, Doctor.
What now?
You didn't finish taking my blood pressure.
Oh, Stobart.
Okay, let's try again.
No, around the arm, George.
You don't have the first idea what you're doing, do you?
I'll come back when you've recovered your manners.
Maybe we should talk to the nurse.
Pardon me, nurse.
Oui, monsieur?
What is this device?
It's for taking the patient's blood pressure, doctor.
Yeah. I know
Thank you,
that.
nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
It was a device used for measuring people's blood pressure.
Come on, George. It's not that hard to understand.
Hi, it's me again. I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why?
I'm a doctor. It's my job.
He's still doing it wrong.
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
I know he's not doing it right.
I'm going to take your blood.
What?
I'm a.
No! George, stop ridiculizing yourself! It's just like me when I try to sing.
Seems.
You're not.
Alright. Get up, go away, George.
You haven't finished taking.
Oh, come on, really? What do you want me to do?
I'll keep. It's because he's got money, isn't it?
I'll come back when you've dealt with that chip on your shoulder.
What? Oh, we're going to get called again.
You haven't finished.
Really?
Will you keep quiet? You're disturbing the other patients.
I'll keep quiet when you've taken my blood pressure properly.
I have to see Jacques Marquet first.
How come he gets preferential treatment? It's because he's got...
I'll come back when you've dealt...
I really have to find what we're supposed to do with that thing. Because else it just won't work. Maybe he knows.
Hello.
Oh, hi! No whistling, right?
Right.
Right.
See you later.
Yeah.
He doesn't even try it. Oh. Hi. Who are you? Oh, wait, what? No.
The young man's face was full of eagerness and enthusiasm. I figured he was fresh from college.
Okay. No. Don't go there. Touch the guy. No, not the lady.
Hi.
Yes, sir?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Touch the guy,
Hi.
thank you.
My name's George Stobart.
Yes, sir? Pleased to meet you, sir.
Call me George if you like.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's my name.
My name's Benoit, but everyone calls me Bunny.
Bunny?
Bunny.
That's right. I used to have this cute habit when I was a kid.
Keep it to yourself, Benoit. Here, take this pressure gauge.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I think of something.
I already thought of something.
Do you know the nurse on Ward J2?
No, monsieur. This is my first day here. I can't wait to get my hands dirty. I was talking about treating my first patient, of course. I didn't mean I'd get my hands dirty with a nurse.
I never
Shut
thought
up,
of that.
Benoit.
Okay, sir.
Do you know anything about a patient named Marquet?
No, sir, I don't know much about any of the patients.
I've never met a doctor who admits that he's only human.
I'm only a trainee, sir. I'm sure I'll get the hang of things.
See you later.
Right.
I mean, I already figured out what we've got to do. We have to bring the guy with us.
Excuse me, sir.
Aha! Just the man. You must be the new boy.
Yeah, I must be.
Well, stop wandering about and make yourself useful. Bunny, come here, boy. This is Benoit, my nephew. Can I trust you to look after him?
Sure.
He is fresh out of medical school. It will open his eyes to see a real doctor on the job.
I'll bet.
Show him around. Let him see some real suffering.
Alright. Come with me, Benoit. I need... Wait. Ah! Alright, I guess... He is with us? Is he in another... No, oh, up there, there he is.
Hi.
I want you to use it on him.
Hey, Benoit.
Yes, sir?
Do you still have that gauge I gave you?
Ah, yes. What do you want me to do with it?
Use it on Eric Sopmarsh.
Okay.
Look at what he's doing. That's how you do it, George. Don't look at the other side. Oh, George. Oh, we can actually... Woo! Yes, we can finally go! Oh, hi. Hello?
I'm Dr. Stobart.
Bonjour, docteur.
Look at his eyes.
Have you seen any suspicious characters on the ward?
Yeah, I have.
A gorilla and a weasel?
No, this was a tatty old bear.
How's the bear acting suspiciously?
Well, he was wearing a homburg.
Is that against the law?
No, but it's pretty weird for a bear.
Have you heard of a guy called Marquet?
He's in quarantine, Doc, right behind this here door.
Marquet is just the man I wanted to see.
I wouldn't go in there if I was you. He has anthrax.
What's
I
anthrax?
have to visit my patient.
What for?
Routine. I have to check he's still breathing.
What if he's not?
I'll sign the certificate and register his bed as vacant.
That's a cold and distant attitude to death.
Well, I've been institutionalized to the point of godlike aloofness.
The white coat suits you.
Thanks.
Alright,
Catch you later, officer.
Au revoir, Doc.
I guess we can go in now. Nice. Oh, ow! Ooh. That's not good.
Marquet?
Yes, I am Marquet. I've been expecting you.
You have?
Well, what are you waiting for? Get it over with.
I just want to know what I should do with the gem.
The Lahmar gem.
Yeah, right here in my pocket.
I thought you were one of the assassin.
Not me. I never inhaled.
So, you were sent in my place?
Yeah. You could hardly make the trip to Ireland in your condition. What should I do with the gem?
Deliver it to the Grandmaster. Quickly tell him that I have found the tripod right here in Paris.
You have it?
Not yet, but it's being taken care of. I hired a couple of stooges with a flair for petty crime.
Would that be Flap and Guido by any chance?
You know them as for Klausner. He has gone off to Syria on a wild goose chase.
They have geese in Syria?
He has a theory about the location of the...
That's enough excitement for one day, Monsieur Marquet. What are you doing here?
Talking to this patient, of course.
Monsieur Marquet is my patient. If Herr Hagenmeyer was to hear that...
Okay, I'm going. I'd learned all I could from Marquet anyhow.
Ah, there you are, sir. I was just coming to look for you. I finished with your pressure gauge.
Thanks, Bunny.
What's that noise? It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
It's all right. The doctor's in there with him.
Are you sure he was a doctor?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was Dr. Braille.
There's no Dr. Braille working here.
He's an imposter! The door's locked. Help me, officer.
Oh, God.
Stand back, monsieur.
Too late. Already dead. Alright, back to Nicodes.
Hello, Georges.
I found Jacques Marquet.
Did he talk?
Yeah, he talked. For the very last time.
He's dead.
Yeah. Killed in cold blood by a bogus doctor.
That's despicable. What kind of guy would pass himself off as a doctor and take advantage of a dying man?
Not
Was it
me.
Khan?
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan. He got away, out the window. Have you ever heard of the Hashiashin?
No.
Marquet said that they were his biggest enemy.
His biggest enemy was the bogus doctor.
Don't remind me. That guy was evil. He had wild, staring eyes like a dead fish.
Yeah.
I'll never trust a doctor again. Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with sedatives. He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves.
No.
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 I
Okay.
guess I'd better go back and talk to that weirdo.
Which one, Rousseau or Sergeant Mou? Oh, but you're referring to Andre.
I'll let you work it out.
Oh. Let's go to the museum. Maybe Andre's there. Yes! Finally.
I beg your pardon. Are you Andre Lobineau?
Finally.
That's me. You want my autograph?
No. I was told you may be able to help me.
Help?
My name is George Stobart. I'd like your professional opinion.
Well, okay. Shoot.
Here, have that.
What do you make of this?
It's the biggest gemstone I've ever seen. Where did you get it?
From Professor Pegram's messenger boy.
Pegram? Professor Nigel Pegram? He's in Ireland, investigating a Templar site, isn't he?
Was.
He was, until he disappeared.
Did Pegram find this on his dig?
Yeah, the site where this was found was a Templar castle. Do you think it could be part of the Templar treasure?
No, I shouldn't think so. You're not one of those crazies who think the Templars still exist, are you?
Well, I try to keep an open mind on the matter. Do you know Pegram well?
Not really. I met him at a conference. I would have liked to talk to him in depth, but I didn't have time.
When was this?
Oh, back in the summer, July, I think.
Hey, we are in July.
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
Why, yes. It was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder. It was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the Crusades.
At roughly the same time as the Templars.
Yes, they gave a new word to our language. Assassini, the assassins.
Oh, really?
How did the assassins get their name?
From the legends surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most delectable women imaginable.
Cool. Do you have the address?
I haven't finished the story. There was a price to pay for this taste of paradise.
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs. A heaven he would enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashin.
Okay.
How did the assassins operate?
Well, as I explained, the new recruits would be only too willing to die for the cause. They'd be instructed in the use of the dagger, poisons, and disguise. Then, the Grand Master of the sect would name an enemy of Allah.
And they'd stop at nothing to eliminate that enemy.
You got it. They were fearless and deadly.
I
Does
bet.
the cult of the assassins still exist?
Take a look around at the world today. You tell me.
A good answer.
I think you ought to know that the tripod is going to be stolen.
The Lochman tripod? No.
It's true. I can give you a description of the thieves.
Before the supposed event has taken place?
I heard them planning the raid.
They're wasting their time. The tripod is protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Why don't you loan the tripod to me for safekeeping?
Because I'd never see it again.
Well, don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust, George. That tripod is hundreds of years old and extremely fragile.
Oh.
I get your point. I'd
That's
like your
good.
opinion on a medieval manuscript.
Vraiment? Do you have it with you?
Of
No,
course.
it's too fragile. And besides, there are certain people who'd stop at nothing to get their hands on it.
Intriguing. Do you have a copy of the text?
There isn't much, only a few Latin phrases. I was kind of hoping you'd help decipher the pictures.
Without seeing the manuscript, that's a tall
Yeah.
order.
Just tell me one thing. What does the image of two men riding on the same horse suggest to you?
The Knights Templar. Does the Templar seal appear on this manuscript? I'd
Yes.
love to see that for myself.
Does the name Montfaucon mean
I just want to
anything
get
you?
the other things
Sure.
out of
It
the
was
way.
the most grisly spectacle in Paris until the Revolution.
A public toilet?
Montfaucon was the place of execution for many thousands.
Oh.
A dark temple of death, with row upon row of arches, each one framing a grim exhibit. Scores of rotting corpses swung on creaking rope, while the crows devoured their flesh.
Ew.
That explains the image of the hanged man. I found a reference to Montfaucon in Ireland, in a village called Lochmarn.
Okay.
Where was the site of Montfaucon?
To the northeast, near the Canal Saint-Martin, but there's nothing there now. The old gibbet was torn down during the Revolution.
Okay.
Can you tell me anything about the Knights Templar?
I sure can, Georgie. Soldiers, diplomats, mercenaries, monks, bankers, you name it, the Templars fit the bill. The greatest fighting force in Christendom, the militia of Christ.
Jeez. The manuscript is being looked after by a friend.
In Paris?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not far from here, in fact.
Well, just give me the address and I'll come round and take a look.
I'm not so sure about that. Maybe I should check with her first.
A female friend?
Yeah, she's a woman. This friend who has the manuscript?
Oui, the anonymous girlfriend.
Just tell her name.
She lives at 361 Rue Jarry.
Ah, I know it well.
Yeah.
I'll drop by. Just as soon as I can.
How did the Templars get their name?
From the building in which they set up their headquarters. The King of Jerusalem gave them part of a mosque on the Temple Mount. It was said to have been the site of the original Temple of Solomon.
Oh.
The order became known first as the Knights of the Temple, and later as the Knights Templar.
You're a mine of information, Andre.
Glad to be of help, Georgie.
I like
How come
Henry.
the Templars became so wealthy?
There was a constant stream of new recruits to their ranks, many from noble families. They were required to swear a sacred oath of poverty, chastity, and obedience. So, their money, goods, and lands were donated to the order. The Templars soon held land in France, Scotland, England, Spain, most of Europe, in fact. The poor Knights of Christ became the wealthiest power in Christendom.
Okay.
Is it true the treasure of the Knights Templar was never found?
Who knows? So little knowledge of what really happened remains. Or, if it does, the truth has never been made public.
What do you mean by that?
The Templars have attained mythological status, like the King Arthur of the Britons. There are people even now who say the Templars still exist.
Do you think that's likely?
No, not for a minute.
Well, we kind of have a couple of proof that they do.
Does the guy in this photograph look familiar to you?
No.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
So, wait, I want to talk to the officer over there, the guard first.
We miss you.
Maybe we can warn him about... Nope.
Thanks for your...
Can't warn him about the both of the gangsters. Let's get back to... Nope, not that. Ah! I want to get back to Nico. Rue Jarry.
Hello, George.
Okay, so...
Oh, by the way, I had a visit from André Lobineau.
Oh, yeah. I hope you didn't mind me giving him your address.
Not at all. It was lovely to see him again. He
That's
was
good.
over the moon when I showed him the manuscript. It's not often he gets that excited. He made a sketch of the knight's crest to take back to the museum. I believe he's identified the family who bear that crest.
Oh, that's good.
I sure hope so. Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquette?
I don't think besides...
He was,
Yeah, we
he-
already asked that
I
question.
better get-
Okay, so let's get back to Andre, I guess. Oh, wait, en façon. We can go there. Oh. Hello. How are you?
Excuse me, officer.
Uh,
Shouldn't you be off directing traffic or something?
You have seen the Parisian traffic, no?
Yeah, so?
I could direct the traffic. The most dangerous, the east side of Rome. Or I can sit here and enjoy the sun, the architecture, and the so-so Sauvignon. Which would you choose?
Yeah, but I'm not a policeman. What happened to duty?
An excellent question, monsieur.
Yes, so
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers. Only that they were excommunicated in 1312 and hanged in their dozens within this very square.
Boy, what they teach in the police academy these days.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
Look at this gem. What do you think?
Cut glass.
No, it's not. It's for real.
What kind of madman would go around waving a priceless gem under people's noses?
So either it's glass or I'm mad? I didn't like to think about that for too long. Have you seen this man before?
No. Who is it?
I believe him to be an international assassin.
Oh.
Is that all you can say?
Oh.
Oh.
I wonder if I should say that I believe you to be an international paranoiac, but it didn't seem polite.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
Okay. Thanks, bunch, for nothing. Oh, no. Don't. Okay,
I
phew.
couldn't open it with my bare hands.
I thought that you will try
In
to...
French, English, and German, it read,
Ooh.
In 1312, Pope Clement V dissolved the Knightly Order of the Templars and excommunicated its members on charges of heresy. In the following 2 years, many of the knights were hanged on this site. Their Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burnt at the stake on an island in the Seine.
Huh. That's bad. Let's click. There we go.
Hey, you. What do you think you are doing? Leave that cover alone. Now.
Okay, okay.
Sorry, no harm intended.
You stay away from that.
Okay, so we need to distract him to be able to get there, that means. Oh!
I didn't have time to sit around.
I bet so, but that's not what I just wanted. Oh, anyway. Let's see. This is one of the tombs. Oh. Hello.
A knight, there in the company of his fellows. Biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the next world. I guess.
I guess. Don't speak if you don't know what you're talking about, George. You're bad at improv.
On the end of the staff was some kind of disc with a cross on it. Around the base of the disc was a hairline crack.
Don't think there's anything we can do with that. No.
Somehow it looked more modern than its neighbor. I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. I was a Sunday school dropout.
Oh, George. Will have been useful.
A stone knight lay at the end of a row of 4. I wondered if this guy had died in combat.
Well...
A stone knight lay in full stone armor, blank eyes looking at the ceiling. Carrying all that armor around must have been hard work.
I bet.
In comparison to...
Sorry.
I didn't have...
Okay, so there's nothing we can do. We actually saw something on the staff there, but I don't think we have anything to actually use it on. Let me just try this. Nope. So, how can we get the guy to look away? Is that the same? Yes, it is. Okay, let's get back to the museum. See Andre if there's anything new with him. And then we can come back and try to figure out something here. No, wrong one. Museum, please. Andre! Andre!
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie. Hey, I visited Nicole's apartment.
Yeah, she
sorry.
told me you came by.
Ooh, quite a fine Georgie boy. I didn't expect anything quite so sexy.
He's talking
I
about the
hope
ministry
you're referring
or...
to the manuscript.
Oui, of course.
What did you make of the manuscript?
It dates from the time of the Crusades.
We guessed that from the Templar seal.
It's a story and pictures like a modern-day comic book.
What story does the manuscript tell?
I don't know. It was probably produced for the tourist market.
Tourists?
What?
Oh, oui, pilgrims in their thousands on their way to Jerusalem. The tourist trade is nothing new, you know. It's been around for centuries. Ever since Joshua made a packet selling souvenir bricks from the walls of Jericho.
What?
Have you deciphered any of the images on the manuscript?
There's very little I can be sure about. The slang of the bull could be a reference to Mithras.
Who's he?
A Persian god, almost as popular as Christ at one time. The only thing I can be sure of is the knight. He's Spanish.
How can you tell that?
The writing on the shield, the reference to Ave Maria.
Oh.
No self-respecting knight from Northern Europe would have borne a coat of arms like that.
Can you identify the knight's coat of arms?
I already did, Georgie. He's a member of the De Vasconcelos family from the Costa Calida.
Were they famous?
No, they're not mentioned after the 15th century.
Oh.
The spotlight of history moved on. They're probably long dead.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Alamut is the name of the place where the Hashashin were based.
Oh.
Where is it?
Somewhere in what used to be called Persia. I'm not too hot on modern geography, I'm afraid. The most recent map I have shows America as an English colony.
Yikes. That's a very old
Thanks
map.
for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
What about the tripod?
No, missed you. Okay.
Okay. I just wanted to try and see if we could do anything. Let's go back here. Maybe you can see something to move. Moo!
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
Sergeant.
I'd like to
Yes,
Okay, it does the same thing.
Could you...
One looked like their name.
No.
See you later.
We have to
Excuse
take
me,
care
officer.
of that guy.
Do you know what this is?
Aha! You Americans with your notorious nose candy. I read Hollywood Wives. I know all about it.
If you tried to sniff this stuff, you'd wall up your nostrils. It's plaster of Paris.
It is. Thank heaven. For one awful moment, I thought I might actually have to arrest somebody. Alors, the paperwork. You have no idea.
Oh.
What do you think of this?
A blood pressure sleeve.
Would you like to shake? I stopped myself barely in time. Electrocuting a cop would not have been smart. They'd rebuild the Bastille just so they could throw me in and throw away the key. Does this matchbook...
The pattern looks Middle Eastern.
Oh. You actually know something.
Take a look at this.
Ah, an electrician.
Do you know what this is?
It's a sewer key.
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Aha! A prosthetic nose. Very significant.
It is?
No, I am just having a little joke.
Okay.
What do you make of this grease paint stained tissue?
Delightful. Would you like to see some of my used tissues?
Hell no.
Then please put yours away.
Shouldn't you be off Yeah?
Which?
Yeah.
Alright,
I'll see you around.
nothing new. Let's go cynical, I guess.
Hello, George.
Let's take another. There's a guy with us. Between them is a knife and through.
Nah, they're saying the same thing again.
There's I'd better get back to the question.
Okay, so that's not it. Let's get back to... No, not this. I want to go to the cafe. Café de la Chandelle. Let's go see around. Is there anything? Nope. Nothing new. Huh. Let's get back to Ireland. Oh, wait, what? Oh! Oh! I can actually go to Spain! Oh! Well. Okay. Where did George go? Okay. Where are we? Well. Okay, so let's just make a save, just to be sure. Let's go talk to... Yeah, just go walk in front of the guy and get yourself all wet.
Is this the De Vasconcelos house?
Who wants to know?
I could tell the old coot was going to be trouble. My name's George Stobart. I was wondering whether...
The house is not open to the public.
This is the De Vasconcelos house.
And what business is that of yours, senor?
Look, all I want is to speak to the head of the household.
There is no household. Only the Countess and myself.
Well, the Countess then.
Tell me about the Countess de Vasconcelos.
She doesn't receive guests. That's all you need to know.
You don't even know what I have to talk to her about.
She hasn't won the lottery, has she?
No, she hasn't won the lottery.
A more cunning man might have claimed that she had.
Oh yeah? They might have, might they?
And that more cunning man would have been kicked off the premises. The Countess doesn't do the lottery.
What do you know about the Templars?
Who wants to know?
Are you angling for a bribe or something?
You have nothing that I want, senor, except the pleasure of your absence.
The guy was obviously protecting the Countess against the whole world. But why?
Alright, intriguing.
Do you recognize this matchbook?
I don't smoke.
See this gem? Men have died for it.
Do I look as if I care?
Okay.
Would you like to shake hands?
I do not think so, senor.
Dang it, he deserved it.
Have you got any use for a fistful of plaster?
No.
Do you recognize this man?
No.
Okay, that's as good at least.
This lab pass mean anything to you?
Nothing.
Okay.
What do you make of this?
So that's it. You're a salesman.
No!
If I was hawking medical supplies, I can think of better places to hawk them. I'll be going for now.
Adios, senor.
Yeah. Go back to washing your grass. Okay, so if we try to get in, I'm pretty sure the guy will just stop us. So let's not try that. Maybe you can cut the water shut? Ooh. And then we'll go back there and we can sneak in. George
I
just...
didn't like the idea of carrying 30 yards of hose around me, so I left it alone.
You're not taking good enough, George. We need to cut it or something. No. Aha! And now it will clog the hose. And we can sneak in when the guy goes to look for it. Oh gosh.
My hose has stopped.
Yeah?
See, my hose never stops.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it. It's always sad when an old tradition comes to an end.
Did you have anything to do with it?
Well, I'm shocked. I'm mortified. How could you think such a thing?
Very easily, senor. Very easily. I'm going to find out why my hose has stopped. And that means going into the house. You are not, absolutely not, to go in the house. If you do go in the house, I will set the dogs on you.
Okay. The whole grumpy guy. Well, at least he went away. Bye. Okay. So the dogs are there.
Hey, you. I know you are there, American. All right, you dogs. I'm coming.
Oh! Okay, I thought he just saw us. Okay, good. We can actually go now. Nice.
It was a small mirror hanging over
Okay.
the sink. From the scum in the sink, it looked like he shaved there. It was just a little utility room with no exit, unless you counted the window, and I didn't.
Okay, I guess we can go up now. Oh, hi.
Madre Dios, who are you?
My name's George Stobart. I'm sorry to burst in like this.
You must leave at once. You're not wanted here.
Please, if you'd just listen a minute.
Very well. State your business, Senor Stobart.
Alright, let's talk to her now.
There's been a series of murders, part of some conspiracy. Anyway, the trail led me here.
Here? There is nothing for the outside world here.
Over 600 years ago there was.
What do you mean?
This whole thing ties in somehow with the Knights Templar.
The Knights Templar are dust.
They had a secret that was so important, they went to a lot of trouble to hide it.
I do not see what this has to do with my family.
Your family had a strong connection with the Templars, right? I believe that they have planted some clues here.
Why should I believe a complete stranger who barges into my home?
Just let me have a look around. If I find nothing...
You'll be spending the night at the police station. Very well. Please, sit down.
Fair enough. I mean... Okay.
I know your family is involved with the Templars, but I don't know how.
You should be asking how my family were involved, Senor Stobart. The Templars ceased to exist centuries ago. And as for the Vasconcelos, the line dies with me.
That's sad.
Sorry.
Don't be.
Okay, whatever happened almost 700 years ago. So, if the Templars left any clues, they're going to be in stuff that dates back to the early 14th century.
Obviously.
So, what do you have around here that's early medieval?
Early medieval. Let me think. Well, the house is relatively modern, a scant 3 centuries old. Or, of course, the chess set.
That chess set is over 600 years old?
Damn.
It must be worth a fortune.
Indeed it is. Not that I would part with it, of course.
No, I wouldn't either. That's the sort of thing that gets handed down to your children.
Oh.
Sorry.
Its value is less than you might think. The set is not complete.
Oh.
One of the pieces is a modern replacement. As to the original, it was lost a long time ago.
Nobody has any idea where it is?
No. The children had it when they were taken.
Children? What children?
All in good time, Senor Stobart.
Okay.
May I examine the chess set?
Certainly. But do not move any of the pieces.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Close up, the modern piece stood out like a sore thumb. There was something else odd about the set. All of the original pieces had irregular bases.
Aha!
My lady, I have to warn you, there's a...
I...
You. Why, I'll feed you to the dogs.
Lopez, what have I told you about feeding intruders to the dogs?
But, my lady...
Never without my permission. Senor Stobart, if I find that you're wasting my time, you will be fed to the dogs. Now, I want to show
I think
you
I know why
something
she doesn't have
Follow me.
children. Oh! That's a mausoleum, isn't it? Family mausoleum.
Lopez, unlock the door, por favor. This is the only remaining structure on the estate contemporary with the Templars.
Nice. What is it, a summer house?
You
A
dumb...
mausoleum, Senor Stobart.
Oh.
Come with me.
Sometimes George is so
Hey,
dumb.
Senor.
Yeah?
I do not know what you have told my lady to be shown these favors, but I do not trust you.
You've got nothing to worry about. Aren't you coming in?
No, the dead do not interest me. My garden is a living thing. I will be there.
Alright. Let's check out the mausoleum.
Wow, this is old.
It was constructed in the 13th century as the final resting place for the De Vasconcelos Templars.
It's well maintained.
These are my ancestors, and they deserve respect. I come here at least once a week to say a prayer for them.
Mind if I have a look around?
By all means.
Okay. Thank you, lady.
The mausoleum contained 5 tombs for 5 of the Knights Templar, man-size in marble.
No, just check it out.
On removing the Bible,
Oh.
I found a pattern on the lectern top. Hey! It's a checkerboard! Close up, I could see that the pattern was made up of glass squares over a checkerboard pattern.
Okay.
A big statuette of the Virgin Mary kept an eye on the place. Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again. I couldn't climb up there without breaking something. Hanging from the ceiling was a huge yellowed candle. It looked really old and had never been lit. Now, feeling like...
Okay, can I interact with
Close
it?
up, over a...
No, okay, let's try to talk to the lady.
May I ask you something?
You may ask.
Who exactly are these people?
My ancestors. These 5 men were all members of the Templars.
5 ancestors in the order. You must be very proud.
Not 5, 6.
Where's the 6th knight?
He was lost to us.
What?
You lost an ancestor?
It is a family matter. It can have no relevance.
It's connected with the curse of the De Vasconcelos, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I hope you will honor my desire not to talk about it.
Alright.
Okay,
Fair
I'll
enough.
leave it for now. Is the Virgin Mary really the right person to be sharing a mausoleum with 5 knights?
You are showing your ignorance, Senor Stobart. The Templars were dedicated to the Virgin.
Yeah.
What's the story with the glass chessboard?
Glass chessboard. Oh, the pattern on the lectern, purely decorative, I'm sure.
No.
There are pieces of glass missing from it.
Oh, it has been like that since I was a girl.
The gaps in the glass chessboard look awfully deliberate.
No, it is ridiculous. What possible significance can it have?
It's part of a chessboard, and the gaps are for...
Senor Stobart, you cannot mean...
This place was built for the Templars. Your chess set
is as old as the Templars.
Yes.
It's kind of suggestive, isn't it? I think this must be it. This is what the manuscript is pointing to.
This is extraordinary. Am I to understand that the Templars left a puzzle here?
Yes.
And in all of this time, we failed to realize that there was a puzzle?
Yep.
It was wonderful to watch the Countess change before my eyes.
Right. Well, no time for wallowing in self-pity, eh, Senor Stobart? This mystery has had a good long run, but it ends here and now.
Yay!
All those years of fatalism were falling away from her.
Lopez! Lopez! Put that hose down and listen! Go to the house and get my chess set. Yes, the old chess set!
I love her. She's great.
Now, hurry! My, this is exciting, is it not?
Don't get too excited. This could be a blind alley.
Oh, I do not believe that for a moment.
It's good to see you happy.
Happy? You know, I think I am.
While we're waiting, I'd really like to know what happened here. I mean, the curse and everything?
It all began at the time of the dissolution of the Templars. Don Carlos had already left their ranks to become a scholar.
Don Carlos, is he the guy who went missing?
Si, but he had reckoned without the local bishop. Their bishop envied us our lands and determined to use the papal edict as an excuse to destroy us. Don Carlos was on one of his scholarly journeys when the Inquisition arrived. When Don Carlos returned, it was to find his loyal manservant slain and his children gone.
They took the kids? But why?
Oh, we will never know. The bishop denied all knowledge of the children's disappearance. But witnesses had seen his men kill the servant who had been charged to protect them.
What happened to Don Carlos?
He swore he'd find his children if he had to go to the edge of the world. He put on his armor and took up his sword and shield and rode out alone. He was never seen again.
Oh. Bad.
Lopez, you have the pieces.
Si, my lady, as you asked.
Por favor, Senor Stobart, would you be so kind?
My lady.
Calm yourself, Lopez. I believe Senor Stobart's motives are pure.
Very well, my lady.
They are. Don't worry.
My lady seems to trust you.
But you don't.
No, senor.
Fair enough. Alright, let's try to fix this puzzle then.
It fits, Senor Stobart. It fits.
Working quickly, I found which pieces went into which holes.
Okay, so each piece must be placed in the corresponding holes. Click on the unplaced chess piece and it will turn to reveal a pattern on its base. Likewise, click on any hole on the board and it will show a pattern. Each chess piece must be dragged onto the hole of its corresponding pattern. To do this, drag this button. If you try to put a piece on the wrong hole, then it will jump back to the side. Okay. So this one goes here. No. Aha. So, okay, so this one goes here, right? So now this one. Oh, maybe the knight? No, not the knight. How about the king? Seems that that's the place for the king. Ah! Pick it up. Thank you. So the blue on that side. So it's the soldier. Oh, pick it up. Thank you. This one is maybe another soldier. Looks like it. A pound. Sorry. I just remember in a game of chess I used to call them soldier. Okay, so that's the jester. Jester. Knight. Knight, and the other one there is the. Pick it up, thank you. Pick it up and pick it up. Pick it up. Okay. There we go.
With the red pieces in place, the square bases fit onto the white pieces. I just had to figure out where to place them.
Oh. How are we supposed to know that? Eh? I mean, I'm kind of going random here. Oh. I'm just not sure where it will go. Aha. And now for the jester. Well, only one. What? Okay. Oh. Is that it? Eh? Okay, so the arrow have to go on that. Oh, that's a lot of combination. How am I supposed to know which one is the right one? There are no indication? Hmm. There must be a way to know what to do, right? Because that's a lot of combination possible. Let me just check out the puzzle. The red outnumber the white, but the solution could still be a white checkmate win. But make sure you keep the white king out of check. Okay. So here he's in that check. He's in that check. Here. Is the king in a check here? No, 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 no. Okay, so the king is safe there. Isn't he? He must not be safe. If I put the king here, he can't be checked, can he? Right, their king is over there. Please go. It's really hard to grab it.
Bingo!
Aha! Nice! Oh, I love doing those puzzles and managing to figure them out. It's so cool.
Senor Stobart, look!
Yes!
What is that? It's not the Holy Grail, is it?
No, Senor Stobart. It is the communion chalice of the De Vasconcelos. Missing for almost 700 years.
That's a lot of time.
Well, go on.
I cannot. I can hardly believe it is real.
Go ahead. Live a little.
Are you sure? This is your moment of triumph, Senor
It's your
Stobart.
family.
Sure, I'm sure.
Go on, lady. This is so cool. I love that.
The possibility of death traps only occurred to me a few days later.
So the curse of the De Vasconcelos is lifted?
Oh no, the Countess was thrilled to find the lost chalice, but there's still the riddle of the missing knight.
Well, you can forget about that now and get back to finding the Templar's secret.
Actually, I promised the Countess I'd find Don Carlos.
You what?
I can explain everything.
You have got the odds for a withered old Spanish aristocrat?
The Countess entrusted me with the chalice and the quest for her ancestor's tomb.
You're as crazy as she is. Haven't you got enough problems? Khan and the Templars?
It's all part of the same thing. The chalice is important, I'm sure. The manuscript pointed us to the knight, and I have to find him.
What then?
I don't know. But when the knight and the chalice are reunited, maybe I will.
Okay, so let's check out.
This is the chalice I discovered in Spain.
I still can't figure out why the Countess gave it to you. After losing it for all those years, she simply gave it away to a total stranger? She's one prawn short of a paella.
The Countess is a fine lady. You shouldn't compare her with seafood.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's something going on between you and that
Oh,
Countess.
come on, Nico.
Are you serious? She's old enough to be my grandmother.
She could almost be your grandmother. But she's a sweet lady.
I'd better get back to the quest.
Okay, so now we've got the chalice. Maybe we can find something at the Montfaucon. Or maybe we can go... Let's go try to speak to Henry first. And then we'll go to Montfaucon. Oh, it's so exciting. I love this game. It's been so long since I played a good point-and-click games. And since, like I said at the start of this...
Hello, Georgie.
At the start of the game, like I said, it's kind of a challenge for me because I always watch my dad play those games and I never figure out how to do them. So it's really cool to
What
be
do you
able
make
to
of
do
this
that.
cup, Andre? It's a 14th century communion vessel. Spanish, probably.
Okay, and you have nothing
Thanks
to
for
say
your help,
there?
Andre. You're welcome.
Alright, let's go to Montfaucon. Hello guys, by the way, thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Big heart. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Right, let's go to the one of those nights. One was staring at the ceiling. Maybe we have to put the chalice on the cross here with that statue. I remember there was something up with it. Nope.
A stone knight lay in full stone armor, blank eyes looking at the ceiling. Carrying all that armor around must have been...
Okay, well, that's nothing.
A stone knight lay at the end of a row of 4. I wondered if this guy had died in combat.
Nothing.
I didn't recognize the biblical story in it.
I was hoping there would be some update on what he says here.
A knight, there in the company of his fellows. Biblical references engraved into the... I guess.
No. What if we try to talk to this... Oh, yeah. Talk to the statue, that's going to help us.
On the end of the staff was some kind of disc with a cross on it. Around the base of the disc was a hairline crack. A stone...
Not sure. Oh, okay, I thought he was doing something. Okay. Can we combine? No. I'm back to square one, guys. I thought I had managed to get myself unstuck by doing all of those things in span. But sadly...
A scroll was a symbol of scholarship. I knew that much. A scholarly knight. That rang a bell. A very Spanish bell.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff. but I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church, other than deported.
Oh.
On the end of the staff was... On the end... I could see that what had at first seemed to be a fine engraved chasing on the scroll was actually writing.
No.
Per disciplinum meum lux videbus. Sounds pretty familiar to me. Per disciplinum meum lux videbus.
Oh, wait, what?
A bit of a stained glass window. Wow! Hoping for a big insight while squinting through a hunk of statuary had been pretty optimistic, I guess. On the end of the staff...
Nothing else?
A bit of a...
No. Nope, either. Not the tool either. Maybe the gem? No.
On the end of the staff was some... Per disciplinum meum lux...
Maybe we have to get back to Andre and ask him about it.
I didn't have time.
I don't want you to sit around. I want you to...
I didn't recognize...
I want you to get here so we can get out. Okay. Then I've not figured out what we can do with that guy.
Excuse me, officer. What does this child...
What?
Ha! I'll see you around.
Oops. I always click on the cafe instead of going to the museum. Maybe we can ask Andre about the text.
Hi, Andre. Hello, Georgie.
Nope, nothing new
Thanks
to
for
speak
your help
with him.
You're well.
I really like Andre. I think he's a good guy, a cool guy. Maybe we go back to Nico?
Hello, George.
Is there...
What? We agreed on
Oh.
this. The clown, the Templars, strictly business, remember?
Yeah, but...
So get off my case.
Okay. Gee.
Let's take another look at the manuscript. There's a guy between...
Jam
a
and
knight with
typo.
a crystal ball. The night scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened.
Nothing new here.
I'd better get back to the...
Okay. I don't think we can... No, okay, it's always putting us back to Nico's apartment.
I'd better get back to the...
Maybe go see the Moo at the police department? Hello, Moo. How are you doing? I went in Spain while...
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
Between the time that we last
See you
spoke.
later, Sergeant.
Okay, so it's not him. And I can't get this guy off my case.
Excuse me, what does this...
Yeah, he thinks about wine. Always the wine.
What do you know about the night? Boy.
No,
I'll see you...
Nothing. We can't interact with it
In
while
French,
he's there.
English, and excommunicated its in their
So that's not it either. Ah. Hi. Go is over there. But
on the end, around the... I didn't recognize... A statue of a knight. The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well.
yeah. Let's shock the statue. No. Matchbox. You want to jam again?
A scroll was a symbol of scholarship. I knew that much. A scholarly...
And he doesn't want to.
Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff. But I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church. Other than deported.
And if we check it, it only shows us this part.
I could see that what had at first seemed to be a fine engraved chasing on the scroll was actually writing. Per disciplinum meum lux videbus.
What does...
Sounds pretty familiar to me.
What does it mean? I don't get it. But yeah. Alright guys. Hugo wants to go out. I'll be right back. 1 second please. You know how it is when you have pets, you gotta take care of them. Leave you with some music. Alright, I'm back guys. Sorry for the wait. Got myself a snack while I was up. So break time is over. So let's think about it. Hmm. I've got the colors. Now it's time to follow the lead from Ireland and explore Mont Fasson further.
The chalice from the mausoleum was obviously of superior workmanship, but grimy and tarnished.
Hmm.
I didn't recognize the per discipline. A bit of a stained glass window. Wow! Hoping for a big insight while squinting through a hunk of statuary had been pretty optimistic, I guess.
So we're supposed to do something with the colors. I just don't know what.
I didn't have time to sit around.
We already tried it on pretty much everything, didn't we? Yeah. So what are we supposed to do now?
I
Hmm.
did.
No,
A
I don't want
night there in the.
No, stop it. There's something to do with the statue, that's for sure.
The statue.
But we tried all of our items on it. I really don't know what to do. Give it a no, a long nose. No. Fuck yourself. There's nothing. Nothing's working. Not the gem, not the callus. I don't know.
It was a large blue gemstone.
What are we supposed to do now? Now it's time to follow that lead from Ireland and explore Montfaucon further. There's something I missed? Directable somewhere?
A stone.
Oh. I'm not even sure what the words mean. Maybe back to the museum? The tripod, maybe? I don't know. That guy is of no use for us. We can't travel anywhere, so it has to be in Paris. Can I interact with the... no.
Pardon me. No way.
Okay,
Thanks.
no. And Henry doesn't help us at all.
Do you recognize this white powder, Andre?
No.
No.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
Yo.
No, not there. Not there either. Maybe I have to try and time myself for when he is not looking. Nah, he does not close his eyes or anything, so...
Excuse me, officer. I'll see you around.
There's nothing else interactable around.
I didn't have...
I'm really trying, guys, but I'm a dumb. I don't know what else to do.
I didn't have...
Yeah, I know you don't have time to sit around. We tried all of our items, we tried all interactables.
A knight there in the biblical references engraved into... My God.
Yeah, you guess so. I don't want to do the hint system. I've got the Montfaucon, but the area is deserted except for a cup. What should I do? Right now, you might be better off elsewhere. The planned theft of the tripod from the museum will be your top priority.
I didn't...
I already went to the museum. Okay. Maybe go back to the officer, Sergeant Mou. Maybe he has something new to say about the gangsters. Let's try that. See what it does. If it allows us
Sergeant
to
Mou?
see.
Yes.
I'd like to report...
Nah, it's only a
I've
report,
they stopped me.
so...
Could you just...
One, their name...
No.
What do you think of this chalice, Sergeant?
Not much.
It's over 600 years old.
It looks it. I wouldn't drink from that rusty old thing if I was you.
See you later,
Okay.
Sergeant.
So... I don't see those two around, so I don't know. Can I hide in the sarcophagus? Or they're not looking around?
Leave it. Closet?
No.
Hi, Andre.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, George.
What do you make of this?
Nothing.
What is it?
Nothing.
Take a... What do you...
In?
From a dig in Paris.
Vraiment? I didn't realize there were any excavations in progress in the city.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Well, we're here, but...
No, okay.
No, monsieur. Oh. What good does it do? Yeah, we got the window opened a bit. I just don't know what good it does for us. Should I try to talk to him? Oh. Okay. So he takes the time to close it, so it allows us to see something. Maybe if we hide in the sarcophagus then? Okay, let's wait, close that by. Maybe George can hide in the sarcophagus and wait for the burglar. Okay, he's going. Go, George, go, hide. Yes, that's it. Nice.
It is closing time, Monsieur Lobineau.
Already, there just aren't enough hours in the day.
More
that
than
I
enough
agree.
for me. I can't wait to get home and put my feet up.
Eh bien, see you tomorrow.
Good night, Monsieur.
Alright. Nice, we've got a bit closer to resolving. Oh.
Quit fooling around, you moron! Get your ass over here and bring that flashlight.
Okay. Let's save. I don't want to miss anything. Okay, so what can we do? Oh!
What the? Who's there?
Let's get out of here!
Oh! Wait, really? George! You moron! He got...
And when I woke up, I was at the police station. Luckily, I managed to persuade Rosso I was innocent.
Poor Georges.
What a mess. I bungled the whole thing.
I don't think so. You made a pretty good job of distracting those two crooks.
Yeah, but the killer got away with the tripod.
No, he didn't. He's not the only one who can dress up in costume.
You mean it was you who stole the tripod? Oh, hell, Nico. I could have been shot.
Dogs are more likely to shoot their own feet.
I just wish you'd told me your plans. We're supposed to be in this together. And how come you dressed up like a pantomime cat?
Don't sulk, Georgie, please.
Oh, rats. And don't call me Georgie.
Oh, I really thought you'd be pleased. After all, we've got the tripod.
Yeah, we got the tripod.
Just how long have you known Lobineau?
Andre? We met at college. He helped me out when I was a fresh air. Showed me around, that sort of thing.
You never told me that before. I thought he was just, Oh.
So he is. I rarely see him these days. You know, he hasn't changed much. A little less air at the front, perhaps. I'd forgotten how much fun he could be.
Yeah, he's a fun guy. Okay, so...
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
manuscript.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
Okay, so the guy with the sword is a reference to the Knight of the Templar who was from Spain. So we've got the tripod, the gem, and we know where it is. So maybe we have to bring all of this together back to the Montfossé. I think that's the name.
I'd better get back.
Okay, so he takes the tripods. All right. Let's go to Montfaucon. Oh, what? I don't trust that no clowns. What is he gonna say?
Excuse me, officer.
Okay, nothing.
I'll see you around.
So what about talking to the clown?
Hey, you with the balls.
Oui?
Oui?
How did you learn to be a juggler?
Juggler? What is this juggler?
It's you. You juggle, that makes you a juggler.
No, I am a jongleur.
A jongler? What's that?
Mon Dieu. A jongleur is an artist, a master of the, in centuries past, the courts of the crowned heads of Europe, and the jongleurs, witty, erudite men to whom the monarchs turned in their hours of need.
Wait a minute, wait. Let me get this straight. Our enemies are at the borders, plague ravages the land, and the peasants are revolting. Thank God we've got Chuckles the Jongler to throw his balls around. I don't think so. That juggling doesn't look so difficult.
Oh, it does not. Does it not?
It's very
Perhaps
difficult.
you feel you could do better. No?
I'll give it a try.
Be my guest.
He's gonna fail miserably.
I had no idea what I was doing. But this guy was obviously an idiot, so how difficult could it be?
Well, you're the idiot if you think that's easy.
A lot more difficult than I thought. That's how difficult.
Deserve that
Still,
one,
it
George.
was my big chance to be derided by complete strangers.
Not so easy after all, is it?
No, I guess not. Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Le Templier? Ah, their last Grand Master, Jacques Dumoulin, was burnt on an island in the Seine in 1314.
Wow. You're pretty well educated for a juggler.
No, monsieur. I read it
Yeah,
on
he
that
did as
board
well.
over there.
Okay.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
I don't think you can, like, do this.
Hey.
What are you doing?
Yes.
Okay.
I had no desire to...
Okay. Let's try to get in with the tripod now. Oh, hi. Who are you? Looks like a priest from behind, at least.
Excuse me, Father?
Yep.
Pardon?
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all, monsieur. It will be my pleasure to help you.
Okay, so...
I noticed that the stained glass window on the left looks more modern than the middle one.
You have a keen eye, monsieur. The original window was destroyed in the last war. It was as old as the church, early 14th century.
Oh, man. That's awful.
Yeah.
Oui, a terrible loss. Still, the church and the other windows survived.
That's good.
How long have you worked here?
Hardly work, monsieur. This is a calling. I have been helping Father Flambert for nearly 6 months now.
That's good.
I guess you don't know much about the history of this church, then.
Just a little.
You've got quite a shine on that candlestick.
Ah oui. Anything less than best would be an insult to the Almighty.
I guess so. I never thought of it like that. What do you know about the Knights Templar?
You have come to the right place, if that is your interest. Many of them were executed in the square outside. It was a disgrace to France.
Well, the Pope was right behind it, though.
Clement V was a man of mammon, not of God.
That's kind of forthright for a priest, isn't it?
You think so? It is hard to be sure what happened. It is so long ago.
Do you speak Latin?
You ask this of a priest?
Okay. Can you tell me what per disciplinum meam lux videbus means?
Let me see. That would be, by my teachings, you will see the light. I think.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Okay.
I've got a medieval tripod.
Monsieur, you are a walking treasure house.
Yes.
How about this for a gem?
It is very beautiful, monsieur. And yet, I feel that there is an air of suffering about it.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you make of this chalice?
It certainly looks very old.
About as old as this church, I think.
There seems to be an engraving on it.
Yeah? What does it say?
I do not know. It is very tarnished. With your permission, I could try polishing it. I promise I will be very careful.
Sure.
That'd be very good of you.
This shouldn't take very long. Feel free to look around.
Alright, so that's
Okay,
going to
thanks.
helpful. Let's wait for him to do his magic, and let's just
A
check
scroll
out.
was a symbol of scholarship. A scholarly knight. On the end of the staff was some kind of... Around the base of the disc was a hairline crack.
A hairline crack. I'm not sure what that means, to be honest. Can't use the tripod on it. Nor on that.
I didn't recognize the...
I'm not sure if the guy will actually hacked when he's
I didn't
done.
have time to sit. The priest was still busy with the chalice.
Okay. Let's just check around, I guess, and wait a bit.
A knight there in the company. My God.
I'm hiding. I'm not sure if we just have to wait or if we have to actually go somewhere else. Let's try to get back out, see what the jungler is doing.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
I've got a medieval tripod.
I've got a medieval
and my
tripod.
Uncle Claude has hemorrhoids. So what?
What's the freaking correspondence with that?
Au revoir, monsieur.
Keep your uncle medical
Ned.
conditions for
Hello.
yourself, please.
What do you know about medieval ironmongery? Have a look at this little baby.
A tripod. What is it for?
You mean you don't know?
No, monsieur. Nor do you, I think.
At
I'll
least
see you
that's
around.
this is right. Okay. So not there. It's still
The priest
working.
was still busy with the chalice, so I decided to have
Another look around the church. Okay, so maybe we have to. Maybe I should interact with the scroll again. Now that we have the word of the sentence. Let's check it out. Maybe it will be different this time.
I could see that what had at first seemed to be a fine engraved per discipline sounds pretty.
Yeah.
Per discipline.
Now look.
A bit of a stained glass window. Hoping for a big insight had been.
Nothing new here. By my teaching, be enlightened. Or something like that.
A stone knife. In comparison.
Nothing.
A stone. I wondered if this guy. I didn't have time.
And he doesn't
A
want to
roll of
sit
I
around.
thought of all the people who must have sat here over the decades. All those Parisian derrieres, burned buttocks of the young ladies, the flabby flesh of the old men. That wasn't a pleasing image, so I went back to the young ladies. Whoa!
Oh, hey.
The priest was still busy with the chalice.
Of course.
So I decided to have another look around the church.
Bien sûr que je suis pas encore couché, ma soeur. Je suis en train de streamer, comme d'habitude. De toute façon, il est 2h du matin, ça va être dans pas très longtemps. I just want to finish this
The
puzzle.
priest was still busy. I didn't have.
Maybe I should leave the church and the area altogether. Try and see if there's something we can do elsewhere. Oh, wrong button. So maybe we have to move around a bit and then come back later. No. Ah, no! I clicked on the wrong thing. Clicked on the phone. I don't want to hit phone. Thank you very much. Let's try to see Nico.
Hello, George.
Okay.
I'd better get back.
Nothing new here. Well, maybe we just had to move around like that. Let's go see the priest. And he's still at work. I want to go down that sewer, but the jungler is in the way. Okay, so it has something to do with the sewer.
Hey!
Oui?
Look, a red nose.
Ah, you are a clown.
A clown?
No, if so, you would be a much better jongleur.
For a moment, an idea capered around near the spotlight of my attention, but fell down the pothole of abstraction before I could focus on it.
No, come on!
Does this grease paint mean anything to you?
A red nose, and now grease paint? You are sure you are not a clown?
Well, I was distracted by the idea again. Caper,
Really?
caper, caper, plummet. No, gone again.
Come on, George!
It didn't seem right to fry somebody's palm when they make their living with their hands. Does this plaster interest you?
Well...
Forget it. Forget that I asked. Have you seen this man before?
No.
This gadget is a sewer key.
I do not want it.
Thank you.
Well, I'm not selling it. I just wanted your opinion.
It is hardly my area of expertise.
Okay.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
You smoke?
No, I don't.
In that case, it means nothing to me.
Okay.
Does this lab pass mean anything to you?
You work in a lab.
No, try again.
You steal lab passes?
No. Well, not as a habit. This was a special case. Feast your eyes on this.
Incroyable! Is it real?
I think so.
Some people believe that great gems always have curses upon them.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, that's garbage. Although,
now that I think
now that
about
I
it.
think about it, both of the people who had this before me disappeared in mysterious circumstances. And the guy who was supposed to get this was shot and then murdered in his hospital bed. Do you want it?
No, thank you.
What do you know about... What?
Yeah.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Okay.
Excuse
But-
me. Does this red... Do I...
No, and not.
What do you mean?
Whoever heard of a plain-clothes clown?
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it...
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur. You have it.
Okay.
Shouldn't you be off directing...
You...
Yeah.
Which...
Yeah.
It's the same
What do
thing.
you know about...
Let and... Moment.
Same thing as well.
Oui.
Do we have something new now?
I could...
Hi
again.
Yeah.
Oui?
I'd like to have another try at juggling,
Okay.
please.
Finally.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps?
No. I just had an insight into presentation.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
If you insist on completing your humiliation, monsieur.
Of course. And now put on the nose.
Now for my secret weapon. The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls
That's good.
and left in a fury. Hey! You forgot one of your balls. Hey! But he didn't hear. Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
Ooh! That's good. And now we can finally open that pothole. To the sewers we go! Let's get in. Progress, guys! Progress! Nice! Oh, what? Eh? What's that? What is it doing in the sewers too? Oh, it's a hook and a chain.
The hook lay in a bed of chain.
Okay.
A weird little boat lay tied up. I guess they used it to get maintenance crews around. Either that or the Phantom of the Opera was somewhere near. On the boat was a winching machine.
Maman, mes yeux,
My
ma
medieval
voix.
French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand."
Oh.
Maybe.
Okay, that's
There were
good.
3 arches, each with an inscription.
Okay.
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence.
Mm-hmm. And what about the last
The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone. The wall seemed in very poor condition. The
Well-
inscription was undecipherable. The plaster had cracked and was
Plaster?
falling away. I wondered why.
Plaster? Nope.
It was time for some brutal
Oh.
destruction.
Time to put down the... Oh. Okay. It's kind
Hey, that's hollow! I'd poked a hole in an historical site. If any archaeologists came by, they'd lynch me for this.
of... Yep.
There was some sort of mechanism hidden inside the wall, with a lever in the middle of it. Here goes.
Let's try it out.
The secret door had jammed. I couldn't get through that gap. I'd pulled the lever right over.
Maybe use the thing here. And pull it over with the mechanisms. Human tools. Oh. Okay. By wall. Wherever it went away. Oh. This is so weird to find under Paris. And we can even... There's another part here. Oh, hi. Okay, that's ominous.
I pushed against the door, but it seemed to be locked.
Alright, so it's locked. I just wanted to be sure that we did not miss anything. Let's head over here. Whoop!
In the beginning was the end.
An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness.
In the end will be a beginning.
An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Report. The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. Professor, where is the broken sword?
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say, our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lochmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty? A trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results, not petty bickering, not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course, my apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present. Ha! But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course.
It's the murderer.
That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition. The next time that we meet, it will be to become the princess of this world!
Wow.
Okay. Well, that's really interesting. I wasn't expecting to find something like that here. Let's check out where they are. Non omnis moria clarior et tenebris. You have to put something on that.
The tripod's feet fitted neatly into the notches on the top of the stump.
Gem.
The light falling from above struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays. And each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the left, I could read M-A-R-I-B. Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant.
Okay.
Nico, I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars. They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the Broken Sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria. But they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria.
Then the Neo-Templars are ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay. What about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
Okay, good.
No.
You don't want to show her.
Do you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, Georges.
Well, let's go check out Montfaucon first. Let's see. Okay, she's still working on it. So I guess we are off to Syria then, guys. That's so cool. This game is so cool. The story is very interesting. I'm looking forward to see where it all leads. So let's just travel over to Syria at Marib a few hours later. Oh! Well, no cinematic like all the other plays. Alright. Well, let's save. Oops. I always do that. So, let me see. 66% of the game complete. It's almost the double of what we had yesterday. So, maybe tomorrow we'll be able to finish it, actually, guys. That's good. At least you won't have to wait a week before even the next part of it, if we manage to finish it tomorrow. Alright, let me just turn off quit the game and put the new scene. Put on some music. Alright, put it back down a bit. And let me thank you guys correctly. So, thank you Gira for being here. Thank you Pyle. Thank you another viewer. Thank you Commander Root. Thank you Own. Thank you Paulina. Thank you Violets. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. I hope that you enjoyed the stream. I know I did. I had a lot of fun playing this game. It's so fun, and I'm super happy to share it with you guys too. Like, it's as I've said, the game has a lot of meaning to me. The series, because it's been something that I've been watching with I've watched my dad play when I was young, and being able to now to actually play the game, understand it, and figuring out what we have to do in it is making me super happy, because it's just like my father started it and I'm able to finish it on my own. and I'm able to show it to you guys, and now you guys are watching it. So that's like super awesome to think about. Thank you very much for allowing me to do something like that. Seriously, it means a lot to me. It's so awesome. That's why I want to make streaming my actual job. It means the world to me to be able to do that, and I hope that one day I'm able to do it as my I hope that one day I'm able to do it as my actual work. She knows that I'm ending the stream. No. Here we go. So yeah, thank you again very much, guys. I hope that you enjoyed the stream. I hope that you have a good day, a good night, whatever it is when you see this. And I hope to see you in the next stream. Bye-bye. Take care, everyone. And thank you also, I just want a little something plus there. Thank you very much for all of you who has been sharing me around with people that you know. It means a lot to me to being able to grow as a streamer is awesome. I hope that we're able to keep growing soon. It's been a couple of days now that we are stagnant to 93, but I'll keep on hoping that we continue to grow steadily as we have in the past. Thank you very much, guys, for your help. I can't do this without you, so thank you again. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Big heart. I love you all, guys. Take care. Bye-bye. Look at there. Bye.